Let's recall. Let's recall the source of an illusion. So what is this? Well, we just used the sentences that they gave us here, and whatever the sentences are related, maybe, for example, John wish he had left breadcrumbs for he can't in the big parking lot. So, breadcrumbs, you talking about breadcrumb, you can relate it to a fairy tale, um, which are called like Hansel and Gretel, which they leave trail to find back home, which have the same meaning, which gave the sentences here that John wish he have left like clues, which he have left like some kind of way to to mark that where his car is. Same goes for this sentences. In response to his positions on taxes, some journalists assessed to the candidate of engaging in doublethink. And some of engaging in doublethink. So this word doublethink would be related to song or literature, but I'm not so sure. I'm thinking maybe doublethink is a literature, not song, but I'm not so sure because I have never heard of this word before. In the Republicans' primary, the senator labeled his opponent a snake oil salesman. Same go with this. A snake oil salesman. I don't think a snake oil salesman would be related to a poem very much. I think it would related more to like history, U.S. history. I'm not so sure, but maybe. Now the dense crowd began to part like the Red Sea, part like the Red Sea. You know, like the Red Sea part. You see, I don't follow like the Bible, so I don't know much about wherever it is. But I'm not so sure whether it is in Greek history because I don't study Greek history. But I think it is more would be in Greek history. No. Well, here the source of an illusion, part of like the Red Sea, is from the Bible. Um, because like I did not follow the Christian, I do not follow like learning from the Bible, so I didn't know this. So in the Bible, Moses parted the Red Sea with his staff, forming a clear, dry path for his people to walk along as they escape from Egypt. Okay, so the illusion part like the Red Sea mean to open up a path. Okay. Investors should have seen the writing on the wall. Okay, the writing on the wall would be kind of like the thing that olden people do, and I think that it kind of like saving somewhere. I'm not so sure whether it is a poem or the Bible because I've never heard of a poem that have the writing on the wall. I'm not so sure, but maybe the Bible. Edward spoke at the city council meeting claiming the new recycling regulation were draconian. Okay, draconian is something, but I definitely don't know what that is. Maybe a fairy tale. Draconian wouldn't sound like a fairy tale very much. Maybe Greek history, I think. From the look at her face, Alexandra is carrying an albatross around her neck. An albatross would, I think, an albatross around her neck would be like carrying like a heavy thought, a heavy feeling around her this time. So I think maybe it's from the Bible. No. Maybe? A poem. Okay. So basically, albatross around her neck mean person must bears kind. So like I said, it's like carrying like a heavy thought, a heavy feeling. But I don't know whether what it is come from because I definitely did not read the Bible nor the poem. I do not read much like English poem because I'm not an English people, so I don't know. The detective spent his career chasing his white whale on Nortress. Okay, the detective spent his career chasing his white whale on Nortress bank robber who had eluded law enforcement for decades. So white whale. I'm not so sure where this white whale came from. Maybe from Greek mythologies or literatures. I'm not so sure. Maybe from Greek mythology, because when talking about like white whale, people would think kind of like of a myth. So maybe Greek mythology. Oh no. Okay, white whale is literature because in the novel Herman Melville's by Moby. Oh, the novel Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Captain Ahab is fixated on his goal of tracking down and getting revenge on a white whale. So it's basically from like a novel. I haven't read this novel, so I don't know. Um, and the white whale mean an object of an obsession. Okay. Before Cindy had even met her future husband in person, she knew about his reputation as a Romeo. Okay, I think everybody would knew about this because basically Romeo and Juliet are the big thing, and whether you're from the 90s or 80s or 70s or not, I think people would know this because it's famous. So Romeo and Juliet are like a novel thing, a novel that this guy who named what was his name again? I forgot. Wait. Yeah. Whose name William Shakespeare wrote it, and it's definitely a literature. Yeah. Everybody would know this. The headline would read Smartphones becoming Big Brother. Okay, Big Brother. Big Brother. Maybe literature or Greek history. I think it more of a literature things. So most of this I haven't read like other countries' history and or read the Bible, so I don't know this. Okay, Tiana think Mr. Wooddart is eluded because he doesn't own a cell phone. Eluded. What is eluded anyway? I'm gonna search. Um, What is looted this right? Looted is a person opposed to new technology or way of working, and a member of, okay, in history, it is a member of any of the bands of English workers who destroy machinery, especially in cotton and wooden mills. The belief was turning. Oh, I know about this. Um, I'm not. So looted is kind of like um uh so it's kind of like a war that we don't fight by using sword and stuff like that, killing people each other, but it is kind of like a war between people and robot. Not exactly, but it's kind of like you see, if nowadays we're doing normally, we're living normal and all, but then cell phone more modern technology came on, like robots came along, and they do all the hard work. They do. I think this is kind of like a good thing, but it is also a bad thing, because doing this, more people um are doing this, then budget cut would happen. Like more people would lose their job because robot have taken over. Robot have already um robots have already do all this for us, so we don't have any job, and then we won't make any money, and then we will die. And then technology become so modern, so good, so better, that a lot of people lose their job. Not only one, but a lot. I mean, like 1,000, more than 1,000, I think. And then because too many people lose their job, too much people who don't have any monies, and like too many people who lose their job, and the rest of the people who have their job is working like crazy, because there's too little amount of people, and if they don't, and it's their only choice, if they don't do the job, then they won't have any job and they will die, they won't have any money, so they have to do the job. But if and they when they do the job, it's kind of like threatening and working, because they're working too much. And then Loot It came along. So Loot It is kind of like a word between, so like a lot of people, Loot is kind of like group of people, a lot of people would destroy robot stuff like that, because they think that with all those robots, um with all those modern technology, all those robot people lose their job. So they destroy all the robot, all the modern technology. Yes, and that's what it's called, looted. And if you want to explore more about it, you should explore it. This is definitely British history. Looted, looted didn't only happen in British, but it also happened in a lot more country, but often it happened more in country that is going up, like in British, and like in England, yeah, France, the USA, Germany, country like that. Next up, okay, Rudy false Delphinian nature make him stand out at a party. What false Delphinians? I'm gonna search this. FALSTAFFIAN. F A F A I forgot. Falsta. This. Oh no. Falsta. Falstins. Falstaffen. Ffian. Ffian. Okay. What is Falstaffian? Okay. Falstaffians is a relating to or resembling to Shakespeare character Sir John Falstaff, it being a fat, jolly, and debauch. Okay. So this would be literature and Shakespeare, because this is definitely Shakespeare. What happened? Okay, an auction house representative described Bob Dylan's handwritten lyrics worth over $1 million as Holy Grail lyrics. Okay, talking about Holy Grail, I would be definitely thinking about the Bible, and if not, then I think it would be more of a poem thing. Oh no. Okay, Holy Grail is history. Okay, not during the Middle Age, knights sought to find the Holy Grail, the cup that was supposedly used by Jesus at the Last Supper. Okay, so it's kind of like a history thing, well, but also a Bible thing. So I was part right. The illusion Holy Grail means something desired but hard to obtain. Okay, so the Holy Grail was kind of like the cup that was used that supposedly that was used by Jesus at the Last Supper, at his Last Supper. And in this whole world with a lot of cups, I don't know how many cups there are, but I think there will be like a billion trillion of cups, but there is only one that but there's only one cup that is special enough to call Holy Grail, which, and through all that trillion, million, billion of cups, there's only one, and it's kind of like holy, and it's something desire, but it is very hard to obtain because there's only one. But everyone will want that, right? When I learned the details of Jen Faustin Bargain, I was in disbelief. Okay, Faustin Bargain, I was thinking of literature, Roman mythology, but they're both here. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna choose what I think it might be. It might not be right, but maybe. I think it's gonna be Roman mythology. No way. Literature, Roman mythology. No. It is literature because based on the legend of Faust. What? It's based on the legend, so I think it must be mythology. But it's not Roman. So this guy actually based on the legend of Faust, a man strike a deal with the devil, and because he's disregarding the long term consequence of this action, his actions, he sells soul in exchange for the power. So in this illusion, Faust and Bargain are kind of like compartments of one value for personal gain. So it's kind of like greedy. Solomons. Okay, Solomon. I have read that somewhere, and I definitely remember that maybe in the Roman history. No. King of Israel, which is an extremely. Okay, I'm getting really tired now. It's literally 11:57. Levi got off the mountain by the skin of his teeth. Okay, by the skin of his teeth. I think this would be like a kind of a movie thing, but I'm not so sure. As I've got it the last time I've gotten it wrong. To this exercise, you have to know all this. I'm gonna search by the skin of his teeth. Okay. Okay. Search. By the skin of teeth is by very narrow margins. But I wonder where's this from? I only just got. I understand the skin of one teeth is, but I don't know. I think I have to search where is the skin. Oh no. I think it's. Okay, it's in the Bible, verse 20 of chapter 19 of the book of Job in the Bible. Okay, I'm definitely lucky that I searched that because I was thinking maybe of a movie, but I'm not so sure. Because also in the Bible, they give us really good advice. And by the skin of his teeth, a lot of verse have come from the Bible, and I'm so sure about that. The Bible. Whoa, that was a close call. Okay, prodigal sons. Trent dropped out of college to travel the world, but a year later, the prodigal son returned home and re-enrolled. What? Oh, I remember this. This is from the Bible. I'm not so sure about the story, but I remember that um, this guy treated his father really like badly, and he went kind of like away, but like 2 years or 3 years later, I don't remember, but maybe 2 years or 3 years or 4 years later, he came back and he was kind of like come back to his father, and his father didn't even get angry because he treated him so badly. He just leave him like that with all the money, but instead the father gave him more money. I remember kind of like that. I'm not so sure, but maybe. The Trojan horse. Okay, this is definitely history, but I don't remember where it is from. Oh, the Greek mythologies, because um I heard that maybe this is true, but it might not be true. Maybe. And this is definitely not from British. I remember it is definitely not from British. It's definitely from the Greek mythology. Muse. Okay, Muse. Um, maybe from the Greek mythology. I think I remember reading that somewhere. Peter Pan. Okay, Peter Pan. Now that is my thing. Literature. So, in the sentences that just give us about Peter Pan, in the movie or just in the literature, Peter Pan is kind of like a boy who doesn't like to grow up. So that sentences is saying that the girl, I don't remember his name very much because didn't read the full sentence, but maybe Maney. Yeah, maybe Maney. It's kind of Peter Pan type because he doesn't want to grow up. He's childish. Okay, the Sword Man achieved a Pithric history victory. Greek history, I think. One ribbon down, three ribbon to go. group of yahoos. Okay, yahoos sitting at the table next to ours. Yeah. Yahoos. Maybe Greek mythology. Literature. No. Yahoos. I didn't know yahoos mean rude people because Yahoo nowadays kind of like a website, just like Google and Safari. Okay, killing me. I've lost my ribbon. Okay, a Cinderella story. Okay, the judge frequently described her life as a Cinderella story. Cinderella is definitely a fairy tale. Behemoth of a book. Ma, the Bible. Utopo, Utopia. A sandy white beach and turquoise water make this Gulf of Mexico location a little utopia. Utopia is kind of like literature, I think. Karen had her 15 minutes when her videos of kayaking with dolphins went viral. 15 minutes? What is this? More than history? Oh my god. I just achieved my second ribbon. Two ribbon down? Two ribbon down, two ribbon more to go. Okay, Waterloo. Okay, I definitely remember this Waterloo somewhere. But I remember it is in history, but I'm not so sure. Yeah. I remember Waterloo was kind of like a guy in the Greek mythology, I think. Or literature things. I don't remember. Garden of Eden. Okay, now this is the Bible. Okay, I think this exercise have a lot of Bible thing to it. So whoever good and remember thing in the Bible, they're just gonna nail this thing. Okay, fans debated whether the team would rise from the ashes. Rise from the ashes are literally kind of like rising from the death and like coming back. I think this would kind of be a movie thing because no history have done this and no myth have this. Well, I think maybe they have, but a movie would more be kind of like bright. You know what? I'm gonna search it. A rise from the ash. Okay, it's a legendary. This expression alludes to legendary phoenix, a bird that supposedly rose from the ashes of its funeral prey with a renewed yell. A legendary phoenix. Okay. Oh, I know this one. They're kind of like very, very, I like this animal. It's very, very beautiful. But it's not giving me any details I need. Maybe from a myth. Okay, I'm right. Down the rabbit hole. Okay, down the rabbit hole. If you have read like a lot of story, you would know this because this is definitely literature. Because down the rabbit hole, is kind of you. If you know Alice in Wonderland, then you would know this because yeah, down the rabbit hole. Just read it. Literature. Alice in Wonderland. It took a Herculean effort on the part of by okay Herculean. What is this? Herculean. Her Um, so here it's kind of like it's an ancient Roman town. Okay, maybe I think it would be classic mythology because I'm not so sure, but maybe it's giving. Oh, I can't believe I've entered this challenge. The lion's shares of the space in our closet. A lion. Okay, you know the lion's kind of like a big animal, and it's kind of like the kings. Literally everybody have to listen to it. So the lion's share is kind of like this sentences. I know what this means. My sister take like the lion's shares of the space in her closet because like her sister here is taking most of the closet space in the closet. But I'm not so sure where this is from. Maybe a fable. Okay. When it comes to starting new business, Irene seemed to have a Midas touch. Okay, Midas. It's from the Greek mythology where Midas kind of like touched everything and became gold and then he regretted. But in the sentences here, Irene seemed to have a Midas touch. It means like Irene always have like good luck. It's always bring him like gold, good luck and all. I'm not so sure between the Greek mythology and the Bible because I remember that Midas is from the Greek myth, but I think it also have something to do with the Bible too. But the Greek mythology, it's kind of like more so maybe some Greek mythologies. Okay, quixotic. What is quixotic anyway? Oh dear. Quixotic. What is quixotic? Oh dear. I just ruined my pen. Okay. Quixotic. I have no idea about this word. I've never heard it about. Let's search. What? Where is quixotic from? Oh dear. From the great Spanish novel. Okay. So literature. Okay. Titanic. Okay, a Titanic is definitely like history. It's both like literature, movie, and history and all, but it's definitely not a fable. It's definitely not a song. It's history. If you know about the image about the accident Titanic, then yeah, you would know this. Okay. We're not in Kansas anymore. Okay. This would kind of like be from a movie. Oh. And guess what? I'm right. 30 word out of 38. Okay. Time spent on it 40 minutes. That was a lot of time, but thank you. Before this, I've already done 3 questions and they took me 4 minutes. I mean, 5 minutes. 4 minutes. Yeah. Thank you for coming and have a great day. Because it's not a great day anymore. It's another day.